My name is Steven. I'm Steven Shields. This is my tech demo for the Computer Science 380 WordPress project. First thing we're going to have to do is open up the virtualized environment WordPress would actually be installed, and I've already went ahead and started doing that. What we're going to go ahead and do first is actually show you where you actually would go to take a look at the WordPress installation. I have installed it I'm using the XAMPP to work with the install. So let's just go to wherever we've got XAMPP right here, and here's all the files for the XAMPP. Basically, XAMPP will act as a server, and I'll be hosting a WordPress website. So that's everything there. This is everything that's actually included whenever you download it. It's about a 25 megabyte download or something like that. It's pretty easy to download. So let's go ahead and start XAMPP up here. Go ahead and get that started so everything will run properly. And as you see, you got everything up here: Apache, MySQL, FileZilla. All that's running. So let's go ahead and do that. And what we're going to go ahead and do first, I am going to go ahead and pull up the WordPress site so you can see what the front end will look like first. And this is, well, once it loads here, the WordPress project that I'm working on. I mean, this is just actually a stuff I was just moving around with, trying to work on the blog. This is gonna be a website that it's not very pretty at this point. I haven't had a chance to do much with it. This is basically just a simple blog. I mean, what you could do with that, you can do all kinds of stuff with this. Blogs, guest books, there's all kinds of plugins you can actually have with this. As you see, I've got a couple of plugins here that are listed. I mean, there's others you definitely have. These were just ones I was actually looking at. This right here, Axmat, is one I would actually recommend using if you actually would have something on a more permanent basis. And with that, I mean, if you're going to run like have a server going, you want to have something to protect yourself from spam, from being hacked and things like that. So there are those. This right here is the WordPress blog. Oops. WordPress blog. This is basically your basic blog you can work with here. That's the one I decided to actually focus on. It's rather than making the site pretty. There are other plugins you could have. BuddyPress is, as it says, a social network. You've got other ones here, and it's just different things that you can actually use. You can actually go in and change the appearance of themes. As you're moving around here, you can actually use themes. This will actually change how you actually see your site. Right now, this is what the site will look like. You've got on the left-hand side here, kind of a menu. On the right-hand side, you've actually got the blog. You could go to others. It could have the content here, and it just different things you can actually do with it. They do have others, and they do actually recommend if you want to actually do something else, you can actually make your own theme. I haven't done that yet, simply because I haven't had I haven't decided what I wanted to do with it. I may continue this, I may not. I probably will actually continue with it, though it doesn't seem an interesting piece of technology to actually have. And what we can do, I just have the basic WordPress going on here. And I mean, if I wanted to continue with this, I would be able to post blogs and things like that, have people sign guest books. Right now it's just going to be a private project, I think. And you can post different things here. If you want to then do a new blog or something, you go in here and it'll let you type in text, put a title there. You can change how the formatting here, your lines, your things like that. There are some issues with the WordPress itself. I have noted that the WordPress, as it is right now, does have some issues. It won't let you actually type anything here. This right here is supposed to be your text box, and you're supposed to be able to type. It doesn't have any. It will let you make the new blog whatever you wanted to do with that, but I mean, there are issues there. Some other issues I found with actually doing it, you don't really have to be familiar with PHP or the MySQL. There are step-by-step tutorials out there that will tell you how to go about getting into that. Getting everything started up. And the WordPress Codex is probably one of the best places to go look. It actually will let you tutorials about actually downloading and installing WordPress, different plugins, how to get started. There's tutorials here. So I mean, you do have the option of doing that. You can actually go in here and add media, pictures, and you just go in here and add them up. I'm going to go ahead and, since I'm using a virtual machine, I don't actually have too much on here, but what I can go ahead and do is, let's say, just go to just go in here. You can go find some picture. Find some picture here. And I just decided for Star Wars because, well, I'm kind of excited for Star Wars. So we'll just do this. And go to index and upload it. I mean, you'll have a picture. It'll show up in your media library. You can actually have different pages. I just have the sample page that's the defaulted in there. You can have comments on whatever blogs you want. There were some issues here actually commenting on some of them. This right here, as I edited to it, this is a preloaded comment that actually shows up as part of the default. I mean, some issues that actually happen with actually installation, I did have some difficulties getting XAMPP done or up, because XAMPP, in order to actually have the Apache server running, you have to have the ports clear. I did not set up the XAMPP correctly, and it didn't have those ports open, so I had some issues with that. There are some issues actually with the environment itself. It is actually on a computer, and the computer itself doesn't have sufficient resources to really act as the server, so it is rather slow. And sometimes it actually does actually slow down a lot. But all in all, this program, this tool, is actually something you have that you can use, and it'll help you build websites, help you manage content, on those websites. And it certainly is worth looking at. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.